Hey everyone, G-Force 41 here with a very special casual preview. This is more of a casual review. This is our week 300 spectacular. 300 weeks of the casuals. Big round of applause to you all, our members. Chelsea Saint, who is the founder of the club, and all the admins that have helped over the years. Eraser Gibb, who's doing the schedule, set up on the actual site now. Mike, Kev, DD, Daryl. I know I'm missing a few people, but and all the designers. There's the affiliate designers over the years. This is a great feat. This is season 30, week 10. That's 300 weeks, folks. So this club started on looks like February of 2015. I'm looking at the very first post from Chelsea out there on the HB Studios forum introducing the Casuals Golf Tour. Originally, it was actually known as the D Spy Tour. I didn't know that. But wow. So I wanted to do an extra special video just for that tremendous accomplishment. But again, most of this credit goes to Chelsea Saint, the founder of this club, who ran it for years. I'm new to helping out here, folks. I just designed a few courses over the years and took over the scheduling, i.e., the selection of the courses and the kind of communications a few months ago. So I have no claim to any credit here. I'm keeping the ship sailing. So great job, all involved. Great job, membership. This is by far the best club in the game and the many games over the years. And for those of you who are new, while we have 4,000 members now, we had upwards of 36,000 members in the last game, okay? And I think the number was similar on TGC 19. So, kind of went like this. It was TGC, the golf club it was called, TGC 2. Then there was a TGC 19, and then there was PGA Tour 2K21, and now we're obviously on 23. So, just a little quick history lesson there. What we're going to do today is take a look at the big weekender for next week. What a week we have for you. I couldn't think of better designers than some classics, folks. It's Yeltsin, Arctic Fury, and Icy Ken. These are designers that have been around for the duration, and we've used their courses for many years. We're going to use a course from, excuse me, we're going to use a course from Yeltsin, Royal Portrush. That's a real course, an RCR. Over the years, this club has featured many of the great links courses that are used in the British Championships and the Rota courses, that is. Of course, everybody knows Arctic Fury, probably the most famous designer in the game. And then Icy Ken has been probably our most used designer throughout the years. So I couldn't think of a better course than the Celtic Isles. I say Celtic because I live in Boston, right? Is it Celtic? I don't know. I'm originally an Italian from New York. But his Tour 23, this course was featured as an official course in the game. I think it was TGC 19 and 2K21 might have featured it. And this has probably been used more than any other course on our club. So I can't think of a better course to use than that. So hang in there. We're going to play some golf, have some fun, and talk about the history of the club. Let's get rolling. Let's get right to the golf. Beautiful scene to start the first hole. And you can see totally tee ready. So all the courses this week will be tee ready. For those of you who are new, that's tournament ready, tournament crowds, objects, and such. This is a gem. It's a links course that winds through these kind of little inlets and islands. Very fun and interesting. And when it first came out, this was super duper popular. This is a big wow course when it came out. I went with all tee ready this week. I had to. That's always been a mainstay of the club until recent days when yours truly with some feedback from some of the other administrators, made the decision to move to T-Ready, preferred during the week, and mandatory only for the big weekenders. So, honestly, folks, that's just because you guys aren't making many T-Ready courses anymore. There's just not a lot out there. In the day, everybody was playing around with these crowds and these tournament objects and having a grand old time. So everything was tee ready. All events, all 3 events, and it's with 3 events a week, it's too much. There just aren't that many tee ready courses out there anymore. But I definitely had to go tee ready for all 3 for the anniversary special. Just so you know, I'm playing the back tees. I think the 4th hole location, winds are medium and east for this. And I start off with the bird. Tee ready's fairly easy to add some crowds when you're designing. It's not easy to make it look good. So he's done a great job here with the stands behind there and the signage, and this has always been a gem. Appropriate bunkering as always. They're in the right spots, not too overbearing, but provide the right amount of challenge. A nice Ken specialty. It's defaulting to the pitch. We don't really want that. So yeah, the club started in 2015. At that time, I'm looking back to the original posts, of which I'll put the original post out there on the bulletin board next week. The forum, I should say. It looks like the event started as 1 event per week, 1 course, 4 rounds, and you had about 5 days to get them in or something like that. Look at that, back-to-back birds. The first course ever, let's see if I can find it. It was, yes, the CGT Desert Invitational at the beautiful, imposing, and dramatic Bleached Bone Oasis. So if anybody knows of the Bleached Bone Oasis and who designed it, maybe they can put out a new version. I think Chelsea's always been fond of desert themes. He's always told me his favorite course of mine is Blue Stream Valley, which is my one and only Arizona/desert theme course. Which I don't know that I'll get to porting over. I might have to do a huge reboot on that if I do. And that would be fairly time consuming. Just great scenes, great vistas on this course. The tournament objects are just awesome. So it looks like it was a little bit of start and stop to start this club. Started off, it looked like about 20 people playing in the first couple of events. This was February, so winter of 2015. And then some start and stops. Chelsea needed to take a few breaks, you know. For some of us, life and work get in the way of these things. And he did some tournaments through May of that year. Get over that bunker. Go, 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 go. Ooh, just snuck it over. See if we can get this close. Oh, I should have put some spin on that. So yeah, then it looked like he picked it up again in the fall. And they had a few more events. So this is, again, the old original game, the golf club it was called. So there's a few pages of posts out there. Taking another look. And again, I'm looking at this on my iPad while I'm trying to play here. And I'm trying not to stink while I'm playing and talking, not that easy. Playing, talking, and reading, even harder for me. And it looks like, yeah, they played through May of that year, and then he took a break over the summer, and you guys were back in September. And then off you went. I might be reading that incorrectly. Please hold. Oh, no, I was correct. Yep. So then the new games came out. And if you go back, then we were on TGC 2, and that's where things really started to take off. And that's where I found the club and the game myself. So I joined myself. I got TGC 2 at the later stages of the game. So somewhere, I think, I want to say 2017 or 18. Got that rock there to deal with. Let me just concentrate here, folks. Let's get this one in. And we'll get back to chatting a little bit. I just got it on a whim because there was no EA game for quite some time. And I was really bored with the old Tiger Woods game. Am I going to save this? Oh, yes. More than one way to make a par. I got it on a whim. I had tried Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf, but I didn't really have enough computer power for that to work right. And this is the only thing out there. And then I realized there was this designer thing on it, and I started designing and wondering what this was all about, this designer, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like I'm sure most of you, when you started designing, and started to try to find out more about the designer. But then I realized there were these societies out there, and right smack dab in the middle of that first page was Casuals Golf Club. So I found the club on the online societies, and then I found the posts on the bulletin board and found them very fun and interesting, and off we go. So in those days, I was trying to design courses and get them recognized, and Chelsea was the first one to use my course in the society. So quite grateful for that, and off I went. And then most of you are saying, oh geez, he's to blame for Gary's courses, right? But seriously, no, I started getting a little bit of recognition and getting my courses out there thanks to my involvement here with the Casuals. HB was using my courses a little bit in the beginning too, which is amazing to look back at, considering how not good they were. But here I am. So I hung out and got to know the guys, and Chelsea added me after a few courses and some time as an administrator to help them out, and so that's how I wound up here. So back to the club. So TGC 2, we were off and rolling, and in those days, we had a few tournaments here already that actually had handicap gross and net built in. Now I think, I don't think you could do gross and net on the same event. I think we did some events that were net using the handicaps, which was well-intentioned but a bit of a disaster just because the handicap system didn't work on the game. So it's very interesting to look back and see that, and I remember that because I thought that was going to be fun. Because there's no way I was going to win an event, you know, kind of gross the way I play. So I thought I might. Oh, look at this. Oh, get close. Hole in one would have been nice. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, the handicap systems never worked on this game, unfortunately. So there's good back and forths. But I think in TGC 2, it looks like somewhere around 217 is when we went to the current format of 3 events. Looked like it was Monday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Friday, Friday, Monday to start, which is interesting. But I think that was quickly adjusted to the current format, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Which I think is absolutely the secret sauce of this society. It keeps it fresh and quick and fun, and you don't get, I hate to say it this way, you don't get stuck playing a course for 4 rounds that you might not be fond of. Because, look, everybody's tastes are different, right? I've never been super fond of playing 4 rounds at a course, unless it's, like, really good. Because it's hard to build a course that's that interesting for 4 rounds. So I think it's, you know, it's also helpful. Hey, look at this shot. if I can't play Monday, Tuesday, I can play Wednesday, Thursday's event, or you can kind of pick and choose based on the courses that are out there, which event you're going to play in, and be around for the big weekender where you have more time and 3 rounds. So I always thought that was the kicker of the appeal of the club. You keep it fresh, and then of course it's the courses themselves. Now Chelsea's big mantra has always been keep it casuals friendly, which means keep these simple. We don't want them too hard. I've taken my point of view of let's keep it interesting, so I've kind of amped up the challenge on some of the courses. Gib likes to keep me honest. And that's great because we need the feedback. I've done some experimenting with some, I would say, harder courses. But the advice I got from, it was Matt F. We'll give Matt F. a hat tip here. When you're designing, try to keep it interesting and fun. Don't worry about hard or easy. Don't try to make it hard, certainly. But you don't want to make it too easy because we do play easy settings, folks. So easy and simple and easy settings could be kind of dull and boring, right? So trying to find that mix for everybody. But the main thing is keep it fun and competitive but casual, which is, I think, the right approach. So most of the courses are easy playing, easy on the eyes. And of course we keep the settings easy. I think that's more important than the course. We're not playing back tees, and we're not cranking up the wind on you all. We're not playing super hard and fast. But I've went with some courses that in the past might have been a little bit on the more challenging side than we usually go with, which is fine. I think just you got to mix it up. It's like pitching in baseball, right? You can't just throw the same pitch over and over. You got to throw some fastballs, mix it up inside, outside, up, down, change up curveballs. Keeps it interesting. But you want a fair test, right? And I think over the years we've learned which designers hit the right notes. So let's talk about them in a minute. Awesome. Hole 13. I'm actually going to go check one thing here. While I hit this tee shot. So over the years, certainly our own designers, DD, who designs and has helped administer the casuals and has his own hands full with Casuals Premier. He's had certainly a whole bunch of courses and just keeps getting better. The old Avenue of the Giants, and I like Turrico. That's my favorite of his. See, what happens when I talk and think at the same time. I can't hit a shot. People love Yeti from DD. Of course, we've played Arctic Fury. We've done a lot of Yeltsin's. We've done a lot of the championship Rota courses over the years. Icy. Anything Icy's done pretty much has been on tour. Jez, that's G-E-Z. Since the beginning. My favorite of him in the early old days was Romney Harbor. I remember that one. That was one of the first ones I remember playing here. D-Dog, Rickster, Friend Bomber. Trying to think of a few others. Daryl. Daryl, sorry, how can I forget you? Daryl 71. We've used a lot of Matt F27's courses over the years. Of course, a favorite of mine, which I still feature regularly. He's got it all. I mean, his courses play very fairly, and they're very interesting and just absolutely technically so well done. It's crazy. Who else? me just hit this putt, folks. Big Cat. Front Shark. The Beachcomber, Panama Dunes. I'm looking at some of the old courses here. Overrated Playa. Yeltsman, F-Bomber. Artful Dodger. Wow. Remember Artful Dodger? The Isle of Krakatoa. The National, and I think he's the one who did a course for early, he called it early 1981 or something like that. Early's course, didn't he? Vital Spark. Hawkeye. Apollo with Coeur d'Alene. Coeur d'Alene's been featured a lot. I featured it last season. The newer version. Get in there. I see Big Cat, Baby Bowl. A couple of names I don't recognize here. Not sure what the first course of mine that was used here. It was either Southfield Pond or no, Hands It, I'm betting. Oh, that was a terrible putt. That was a really terrible putt. Those are some oldies. I don't know if they're goodies. It depends on your perspective. R.J. Wills. Very interesting. So over the years, the field just grew and grew and grew. You know, we'd have, I don't know how many people. We had 36,000 people in the last game. We'd probably have 1,000 or a couple thousand playing each tournament. So it got a little crazy and almost impossible to manage because we do have limited tools in the society. And unfortunately, as fun as this game has been over the years for us, the society administration is in a need of a much there's a much needed overhaul that needs to be done, which we don't know is ever going to happen. It is very hard to administer, but we hope they make some changes to that soon, given the competition has a new game out. And well, I think and we think the key differentiators in this game are the designer and the societies, which the other folks don't have. That's what keeps this interesting, right? It's these societies, picking these courses, having fun, building your own courses. I think the other game's going to get pretty boring pretty fast, like the other ones did. So hopefully they put some thought and effort into these. See if I can save par here. Turn in. Too hard again. Just too firm. A little too firm. Oh my gosh. Way too firm. Gets the comebacker. Off to 18. Ending on a par 5. So yeah, it's been, wow. So it's been 8 great years. Hope you all have had as much fun playing as I have had, both playing, designing, and scheduling for you. Again, all the credit goes to Chelsea for coming up with this idea and running with it for all those years, most of the time solo. And a hat tip to all the other guys that have helped along the way. Look at this pretty finish. Right towards the into the stands there. Get up there. So we hope to continue the fun over the course of this new game. Let's hope we get some updates in the societies to make it even better. And your ideas, are always welcome. So thoughts on courses, thoughts on videos you want me to do, what else? Anything else we can do, let me know. So again, cheers to you all and all the folks that have brought you this great society over the past 8 years. Many more. Happy 300 casuals. We'll see you out there soon. Have a great week. I'll be back with more videos real soon. Thank you for joining. Bye for now.